Hey, we're back. We're on tour. This is Spirit Adrift. If you're on Instagram Live, you can only see me and Tom. But hang on, I'll move the thing for a second. There's the other guys. You can kind of see Mike now. So we're conducting an experiment here. This is episode whatever it is. I think it's going to be 17. We are simultaneously on Instagram Live. We are at Spirit Adrift HQ on I guess technically a drive day for the Midnight Tour, which has been going great. So we're going to answer some questions. If you have a question on the Instagram Live, we'll answer it in real time. And I have some questions for you. Favorite show of the tour so far? Let's start here. You got to talk.
I got to talk into this thing.
Fist away from that.
Favorite show of the tour so far? Tampa, Florida. It was lit. The crowd was hectic and noisy. We played pretty well. It was at the Orpheum, the place that had an outdoor stage, but we played the indoor one. Yeah, I thought that show was great. What about you, Mike?
Well, Thomasy, I would have to say that my personal favorite show so far has been Greenville, South Carolina. That one was a rad show. Sonny DeCarlo, care to chime in?
Yeah, Tampa was great. Food was great. Audience was great.
Dead air is usually good for audio. My favorite show is probably also Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Tampa's in the South too, I guess, but Florida's Florida. But the South is the South. Greenville, I got that crazy vibes. Plus, Dan and Linda were there.
Yeah.
Our good buddy Ryan that we stay with on tour, his folks came out. Let me see if there's any Insta questions here. There's a whole lot of people joining, but no one asking questions. So, we'll resort to the fan questions here. Okay, so first of all, we did a sort of contest for anybody that could figure out the first line of I Shall Return. If you listen to the episode on that song, there's an inside joke, and nobody got it. I did get some cool and funny and interesting theories, but the answer is in that podcast episode. Somebody mentioned Lord of the Rings with the eagle, and I'm not even sure I've read or seen those, but it was a cool theory. It made sense. Dylon, have you seen Hot Rod? Has anybody seen that movie? The Andy Samberg movie?
Oh yeah, it's been.
So, well, there's a part with Bill Hader where he's on acid. And they're like in the hospital, and he sees Hot Rod, and he tells him he looks like a flaming eagle or something like that. And then later he says, "See you later, mountain face." And so that's a fucking solid theory that Dylan had, but that's not it either. So yeah, nobody got it. I think I see questions popping up. Death shirt is too clean. Got it today, asshole. Oh, Spitz, Bluebeard, dude.
Hey.
Oh boy. Our buddy Spencer with the Crowbar crew asked what's going on. We're on tour right now, dude, with Midnight, and I don't think we're coming near you at this point, but we got a new record coming out in August, Spence, so check it out. Here's another question from Jordan. Hey Nate, I've seen you guys with Crowbar and Midnight. Been a huge fan for years now. Love the podcast and what you're doing in music. I know you've mentioned Fenriz and being a fan of Malo Karpatin. What are some other black metal bands, artists that you enjoy? And what makes a good black metal band in your opinion? Let's go down the line. Tom, I know you love black metal. Take the mic, brother.
No comment.
Michael?
When I got first introduced into extreme music, I would say, like, I mean, come on. I mean, everybody, I think that was getting into extreme music around, like in middle school, which for me, middle school was like at the end of the 90s, So, I mean, everybody was getting into Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, So, but for me, anything close, Dissection all the way. Dissection is the one that delivered all the goods. Sonny?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm super picky with it personally. I think I'm probably picky with most subgenres of extreme music like that. But yeah, I would say Dissection's my favorite black metal band for sure. I like Dark Throne just because they do whatever the fuck they want. They've had they sort of help invent that sound, the second wave black metal. But before that, they were a death metal band. And then they almost sort of turned into a Nawabum band with weirdo vocals, Aranse Pazuzu from Finland. They're cool, psychedelic. It's got to be interesting. A lot of it's boring. Yeah. So that's our thoughts on black metal. Dissection's probably the best black metal band. Craft is cool too. What are those two smallish Spirit Adrift boxes? These are rolling papers that our merch guy Dylan. This was his idea, and I got them over here just because I don't like the way that like a bare power outlet looks on camera. It looks shitty, so blocked it out with our rolling papers. We got them on tour.
2 for 5, y'all. 2 for 5.
Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna see if there's any fan questions on Instagram. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
Here we go.
Dude, what are the odds? Our friend Set 711711 or whatever from Michigan. Remember Set?
Yeah.
Asking about a live album. Is there gonna be a live album? That's bizarre. Yeah, that's something we've been talking about for like the last week. So yes, we are gonna do a live album because in my opinion, the songs have never sounded better than they sound now. It's like they're just way, way, way different and more exciting than the recorded versions. Not gonna lie, I feel like most people that see us live tend to agree with that. So we just felt like we need to document. A song's never really finished, and the songs have evolved a lot, all of them, since they've been recorded, and feel like we need to document this period in the performance. So we're going to be doing that now, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. We should make some patches. Okay. We've made a ton of patches. Okay. Are you coming back to the UK soon? Yeah, we are. We'll probably make a post about that soon because a lot of people are asking us that, which is astounding. I guess the algorithms are just really fucking everybody because we're playing Download with Metallica and it sold out. Then we're also doing 2 shows with Guar. That's all in June. So I'll make a post about that, and none of y'all will see it because the algorithms fucking suck. What else? Favorite moment of tour so far, on stage or off stage? Funny stuff? Anything come to mind?
Thomasy?
Spider's banter is amazing. I love it so much. Thank you, Spider, for the endless entertainment and smells.
I gotta say, we were at Buc-ee's on the way here, and we're in that like animal mode of tour, and some weird, creepy, hustling looking type dude approached us. He looked like a douchebag, and he had something with a QR code on it. And immediately Sonny hit him with the stage banter. What did he ask us where we were from or something? Yeah, he said we're from Transylvania and we're gonna drink blood and all kinds of shit. And then he asked me later what band we were. I told him, don't worry about it. Usually I say Mudvayne or something, but Don't walk up on people's car, man. It's fucking weird. We don't want what you're selling. Don't ask people what band they are either. It's fucking annoying. Hear it 100 times a day. We're Mudvayne. We're Mudvayne. If you see us in public and ask what band we are, you're going to get told Mudvayne.
We are Mudvayne. I could be me and Sonny doing that. I definitely put a lot of extraneous umlauts on one of my set lists a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
Harmony of the Spheres. Astral Levitation. Yeah, I think that's just some immaturity on the part of the band.
Yeah, lots of bullshit goes on tour. That's a short answer there. Somebody asked about re-recording old stuff. There is a term with the label that shall not be named of 5 years, so I can re-record, or we can re-record old stuff anytime. But usually re-recording old stuff sucks, so probably not going to happen. But the good news is the 5 years is up, so can pretty much do whatever we want with that stuff. Hanky. Hankus is here. Okay. Brian from DC, the same guy that asked about the papers, asked, one idea I always had was to do a thing like the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon crossover thing, but actually like do it for real. For example, just turn on some movie and then write songs that kind of mirror what's happening on screen. Then I could always tell people that I'd done that or leave it as a secret. I was reminded of this idea when you talked about how you patterned the Spirit Adrift records after the Metallica Ozzy records, and just wondered what you thought of this idea, or if you'd had similar thoughts. I know you've spoken in the past about incorporating horror movie themes into Spirit Adrift songs, so I thought this would be a cool kind of crossover point between music and movies. That's a cool idea, Brian. When I write, I usually have something on, some sort of visual stimuli on, whether it's a movie or whatever, like psychedelic YouTube stuff. And I feel like each Spirit Adrift release kind of has a coinciding film. Like Curse, I was watching Phantasm a lot. On the early stuff, The Witch had come out around the time that Spirit Adrift was getting going. And strangely enough, in me and Mikey's hotel room the other night, The Witch was on TV at like 3 a.m. We stayed up and watched it. So that's a good one. A lot of people have commented on the Witch shirt that I'm wearing in the promo photos. And I actually like that design so much that we tracked down the girl that did it and hired her to do a shirt design for us. So there's definitely some like connective thread there. I never have sat down and tried to do that on purpose. They'll like sync up a movie and an album, but definitely into filmmaking and the music from films. There's a lot of old country or No Country. We've been on tour a while. Old Country for No Men references on the new one. So yeah, I mean, if there was a film attached to the new album, it would probably be No Country for Old Men. Guys, movies, soundtracks. What's a good movie soundtrack that you guys like?
Reanimator. That's a great fucking
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's like almost classical.
Yeah,
It's sort of like
kind of like 80s.
but it's kind of inspired by like the Psycho theme a little bit, right? Yeah.
One of my favorite movie soundtracks to this day, when I think about it, the one that comes to mind is the Last Action Hero soundtrack.
You were just singing it.
I mean, come on, man. Can't go wrong with that one, man. Like, it's all there.
I like the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure soundtrack. I spent more money than I should have on a final reissue of it. Two Heads Are Better Than One by Power Tool. Nothing but bangers.
That kind of soundtrack?
That kind of soundtrack.
Natural Born Killers has the best soundtrack.
Oh.
Yeah, if we're talking about that, we're not talking about
Oh, like original. Yeah. I was thinking original.
Okay.
Yeah, soundtrack. Damn, I don't even know. I know there's
Judd has a really good one.
yeah. I try to put the Terminator theme, those intervals, somewhere in every album, because that to me is just like so emotionally compelling. So original scores, yeah. Reanimator's good. Phantasm, of course. Terminator. Anything with the chick from Dead Can Dance. So like Gladiator and all. The Fog or the Mist and all that stuff. All right, so there's the fan quit. I got a lot of response to the spirituality episode too. There's like a ton of people responded positively to that, even though I was like intentionally trying to troll. So shout out to all of y'all that shared some really intense experiences. I appreciate it. I like how this sort of brings people together. It's cool. Let me check the Instagram one more time. Then we're just going to BS till the clock runs out. Oh, yeah, dude. Said we're a breath of fresh air. Heavy music.
It Follows was a disaster piece that did that. They're amazing. I was just listening to them in the car. The Neutralite the Hero soundtrack.
It Follows soundtrack rules. I had it at some point. I got rid of all my soundtracks on vinyl. I think I only have The Witch still, but I love that one.
Greasy Strangler, number one. Yeah, no, that Andrew Hung, I think his name is, that did it. It's a great soundtrack.
Okay, Set also asks what's playing in the van when we're driving. Lately, it's been the Joey Diaz audiobook. When I drive, it's usually always going to listen to the first 5 Skynyrd albums at some point. Creedence, classic metal. We listened to the new Enforced record. It's really good.
Banger.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it mix it up. I play a lot of old country too, Tyler Childers and Dolly Parton, Tangerine Dream, podcast if there's something interesting. We listened to the Dave Mustaine Rogan podcast on one drive, and we're getting really frustrated because they were talking about the origin of Coca-Cola for like a fucking hour. It was boring as shit. As you got Dave Mustaine, dude, ask him about Dave Mustaine stuff. Sonny, when he drives, tell him what you play, Sonny. You play different stuff.
I'll play like Booze and Glory, Mob 40s. I don't know anything. I was listening to Sonic Youth today, Grails. What else was I listening to?
Yeah, Tom.
Grails is awesome.
A few days ago, while Sonny was driving, I put on the 8-bit Big Band, playing random pieces of music from old Nintendo and Sega games, and was challenging Sonny to name the game that the music was from. And he got a lot of them right.
I love this shit.
Dylon, our merch guy, said he misses 3-6 Mafia in the van.
Couple of nerds.
When we rolled into Memphis, we were blasting 3-6 and Project Pat and that sort of stuff. And Mikey and I will be staying in Memphis at one point on this trip, so I'm sure we'll be doing that some more. Shit, man. What else? What's your guys' favorite song to play live?
I would say from the current set list, it's Ride Into the Light, because that's normally the one that people go the most crazy for. But because Sonny wants to say that, I'm going to say Barn Burner instead, because the guitars are really tricky and it's fun and it's full of guitar harmonies, and nobody who's watching us at the moment has ever heard the song before, so it's cool seeing them react in real time to the music.
And when we hit the Slayer riff, they cheer every night.
Yeah.
It's cool. People like Slayer riff.
I would have to say that so on this run we're playing 2 new songs from the album, and I like playing both, but I really like playing this new one that we have called Hangmans Revenge. And why? Because there's a lot of double bass in it, and you know I love my double bass.
I was running.
Yeah.
I mean, you know mine now. It's Right Into the Light. It's fun to play. That's it.
A lot of double bass in that
great.
one too. Germsky has been putting respect on it the whole time. Thank you, Germsky. I saw your comments earlier. He said Forge Your Future is my favorite song. The lyrics are so powerful. Thank you. I like playing that one. Probably honestly Right Into the Light. I think that's one of our best songs, and it seems like other people feel that way too. It's fun to play.
Especially since we unisoned up the guitar solo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're doing like, so there's a part in Hangman where we're both soloing at the same time and not playing the same thing, which is chaos. It's like an Iomi double track thing. But then in Ride in the Light now, we're playing the exact same solo at the exact same time. And Tom's got such a good ear, and we play with so many of the same intricacies that it sounds like one person. It's really cool and exciting.
Mind blown.
Any plans on playing any songs from Chained to Oblivion live on upcoming tours? It would have to be a headliner just because those songs are so damn long. I've thought about playing Marzana. The riff that is the intro to this podcast and the outro is the riff from Marzana. That's off Chained to Oblivion. I think that would be a fun song to play live, but yeah, it would definitely have to be a headliner. Champ asks if we has shaved Mike's back yet. No, he's going home tonight, so his wife can do
I
that
haven't
shit.
yet. Usually it's me.
Tom has said it doesn't look disgraceful, so that's a good thing.
Let's see. What else?
Hey, I got something to say. All right,
I got something to say.
Hey, all across the U.S. and this is from our experience, being on the road. Hey, to everybody who goes to the gas stations, truck stops, uses the restroom, wash your fucking hands, please. How hard is that? How hard is that? Please. All right, that's enough.
I thought you were gonna say, like, to everyone that comes to the show and says something nice, thank you so much. You flipped it on them. Yeah, we were in where the hell were we? South Carolina?
In Illinois. We were up there, right?
No. We're in the South. So we're in Kentucky or somewhere.
Oh, okay.
This douchey looking guy, he was one of those guys that wears like super duper short shorts, like pastel colors. He had one of them stupid ass Apple earbuds in his ear. Those are the worst earbuds in the world, by the way, you dummies. Fucking paying out the ass for something that sounds like shit. This guy had one of those jammed in his head, talking to himself. Loafers on with no socks. Peed and didn't wash his hands. And this guy reeked of like thinking that he's better than people. And so I came out and these guys were standing there, and I didn't say it to him. I like doing this. I said it to them. I was like, oh, this guy didn't wash his hands. And every motherfucker in there heard it. He got all twisted up, man. Wasn't expecting it. I love talking shit about people in public, but not at them. If you do it at them, it's like one vibe. But if you say it to somebody else, it's like you're creating an army against them. It's a whole different thing. All right, let me check this live one more time. Okay. Glad I got to hear half of Angel and Abyss on that tour. Love that song. When we went out with COC, we were going to play the whole song, and we practiced it, and the room we practiced in did not sound good. There was something twisted going on in there, but it just didn't work, man. It just wasn't working for whatever reason. And we've all spent a lot of time talking about different little tricks we can do with our set, because we only really have 45 minutes on a direct support slot. And so we just started jamming songs together. So we're doing, like the first 3/4 of Divided by Darkness breaks off pretty seamlessly into Angel, the faster part. And then we do that with Harmony of the Spheres and Astral Levitation too. And it's a lot more fun for me, because I feel like the whole set now is just stuff that's like really, really fun to play and exciting. I don't know if y'all feel the same.
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Yeah, no, especially, Midnight Never Lets Up. Like, for this tour especially, like, why not have a set that just never really slows down? Like, the slowest part's Forge, and that's still like, pretty pounding the entire time.
About Holy Diver tempo,
Mid-pace chug, gallop.
And I love all the clean stuff that the songs have, but there's no clean stuff
Yeah.
on this set.
Just coming to kill, man.
Yeah.
Because we're going and playing some big fests overseas, and we're trying to figure out how to whittle down our pedal boards and stuff just logistically. And yeah, we sort of on purpose, but also maybe a little bit inadvertently just crafted a set that's just like the most relentless riff extravaganza that the band is capable of doing. It's a lot of fun. Iron Possessor. Ryan, let's go find Ryan for midnight. Let's go find an open jam. Fuck this day off bullshit. You said it. He's fucking psycho, bro. Any chance you guys are... I think Mike is going to come head your way in a minute, man. My ass is staying out here. We're going to be putting in some work on some recording stuff tomorrow. So, but y'all should jam.
We're partying, Ryan, right?
Yeah. Somebody said, any chance you guys are ever coming back to West Virginia? Yeah, man, probably. I love West Virginia. Our good buddy JC lives out there. Got to shout out JC, man. What a fucking character. If you've seen pictures of us with fucking missile launchers on our shoulders, that's our friend JC. Yeah, come back to Raleigh. We will, man. We had a few people at Raleigh in South Carolina. So It took us a minute, but we have determined that there is an album that all four of us like, and it's Motorhead Ace of Spades, Game Changer. And it still to this day is uniting metalheads, classic rockers, punks, weirdos, long hairs, short hairs, skinheads, and everybody in between. And I think it's fitting that we picked that album since we're on tour with Midnight. And I would say if there's one obvious shared influence between Spirit Adrift and Midnight, it would be Motorhead. Pretty obvious. I think my favorite song off the record is We Are the Road Crew. I love that song. It's it hits hard musically, but it's also just like makes you feel really good to be a part of this whole thing, no matter what your job is. And I'm going to share a quick aside. When I was doing AV stuff in Arizona, the last time Motorhead played, for whatever reason, they played at Wild Horse Pass Casino, which is like a very small capacity room for them. And they crushed Lemmy. This was right at the end of Lemmy's life. He stood there, as Crunchy Black would say, 10 toes down, planted on the stage, played his ass off, sang his ass off. He didn't move, but it's because he was putting every ounce of life that he had left in him into playing the fucking songs right. And he just planted his ass right there, put everything he had into it. They took him right off the stage, put him on an oxygen mask immediately. And that's something I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life. The dude literally ran it into the ground until the day he died. He gave everything he had to music. Thoughts on Ace of Spades, Tommy?
Yeah, the title track is one of the best rock or metal songs that's ever been written. It's absolutely undeniable. Like, nobody ever skips that song. Nobody ever will.
Tom stole my words. Yeah, I mean, I think for anybody, getting into to heavy music, Ace of Spades was the first song that I got introduced to, so it still stands the test of time. Sonny?
Yep.
There you have it. All right. If this is coming out on Monday, that means, we're a little over the halfway mark with this tour with Midnight and Spider. Come out and see us. We got like a week left. Coming up north, a couple Oklahoma shows, Chicago, Indianapolis, different places. Come see us. And then, we're going to UK and Europe, playing Download. Happen to get the same day that Metallica headlines, so that's cool. We are playing Into the Grave with some buds. I think Municipal Waste is on our day, right? Yeah, that's cool. And then a couple shows with Guar and Hellfest with Iron Maiden. Then we're coming home, and we got more cool shit going on. Thanks to Tom for giving me a pick at the radio room. Right on. Push that new album, man. Dude. I couldn't push it anymore if I tried, man. I got it tattooed on my body, bro. I won't shut up about it. Yeah, we got a new album coming out in August. All right, we love you, man. Thank you. We'll see you on tour.